First thing I think of when I wake up in the morning is I feel blessed, and it's almost unbelievable that I woke up. The pain I feel when I wake up is all over.
I'm so big now I can hardly move. All I can do now is scooch to the edge of my bed, go to the bathroom, and see if my mom's awake.
Robert is basically an invalid now, wearing diapers just to film his story. Think about the humiliation in that. He can't even stand on his own 2 feet anymore. The pain is written across his face, and it's relentless. Every move looks like torture. He's not living. He's just existing, and existing hurts. His body is broken from years of abuse, and now he's stuck watching himself fade. The man he used to be is long gone, buried under his own weight.
And under the skin fold, he's getting boils and sores and making sure that they're clean and trying to keep him as infection-free as possible, because when he gets an infection, he gets an infection.
Even his caretaker is drained, carrying the weight of Robert's suffering every single day. His fiancée looks like she's already grieving him, mourning a man who hasn't technically died yet, but feels gone in every way that matters. It's brutal to watch. The life slipping out of him, the love turning into dread, and the worst part? That premonition comes true. The death she's preparing for actually happens. It's not just a fear, it's the reality waiting around the corner.
That's the position I forced us both into right now. I feel guilty. So then I'm usually getting agitated or upset, then we end up fighting, and it's just the worst case scenario.
Robert's life is hell, all of it, fueled by food addiction. That obsession robbed him of everything: his mobility, his dignity, his future, and still, he refuses to give it up. He eats like it's the only thing keeping him alive, even though it's the very thing killing him. The contradiction is maddening. He knows food is poison at this point, but he keeps shoveling it in. He's not eating to live. He's eating because it's the only comfort left.
Does it smell, bring back memories of the chicken store?
Yes.
Can I have the fries, Mom, please?
I hate that this is our life and that this is Rob's life,
Could call the wings. Love wings.
but nothing stops him from eating.
Robert's family watches in horror, scared every day might be his last. They beg him to slow down, to stop, to at least try. But Robert doesn't care. He dismisses their warnings, shrugs off their fears, and doubles down on eating more. They're pleading for his life, and he's deaf to it. He's too far gone in his addiction. To him, the food is worth more than their tears, more than his future, more than even his next heartbeat.
But I've never seen him this bad.
I'm full, but this is just too good. Oh,
Don't push it.
I may have like 2 more of the wings, but otherwise I'm done. I didn't have that many.
Oh, everything else,
Does it really matter?
yes, it matters. Have it for
No,
leftovers
forget it.
tomorrow.
Why don't you just take one?
No, forget it.
He can't stop. He won't stop. His family eventually gives up fighting, deciding to just feed him to keep him happy with whatever time he has left. They see it as too late, a lost cause. But Robert clings to the idea that it's not over. He pins his last hope on Dr. Now, determined to make the trip, but getting there is hell. Every bump, every breath, every second of that journey feels like a brush with death itself.
We had a perfectly good reservation. They said they had a king bed, handicap room. This is not a handicap accessible room. I won't be able to sleep tonight, especially with Catherine on the floor. Knowing that she's done so much for me, and she's done so much today. All the driving she did, and the heavy moving, and it makes me feel horrible because this is really all my fault.
Finally, Robert makes it to Dr. Now's, but not walking, not even in a wheelchair. He has to be carried there in an ambulance. That alone says everything. Dr. Now meets them at the door, shocked but ready. What follows is raw, clinical truth. Robert's body is at war with itself, and time is running out. You can see it in Dr. Now's eyes. This isn't a typical case. This is a patient already hanging on by a thread.
I'm extremely concerned right now. Robert is on far too many painkillers, and if we don't address that issue will likely kill him first. And the fact that he's alive and his body has been able to endure that is truly a miracle.
Dr. Now is alarmed by Robert's reliance on painkillers. At his weight, those meds are a death sentence waiting to happen. They could trigger a fatal heart attack any day, and the nightmare comes true. Before Robert even gets a chance to start his diet, his body fails. He collapses under the very drugs meant to dull his pain. They weigh him, but the number almost doesn't matter. His biggest battle isn't against the scale, it's against survival itself.
Get him to a healthier place and try to save his life.
I'm happy because you didn't know if Dr. Nowzarden would just come in and look at him and say, I'm sorry, you're too far gone for me to help. But at least we have a chance. And at least now.
At first, Robert talks like he's ready. He's excited, hopeful, promising to do his best. But Dr. Now has heard it all before. Talk means nothing without action. And before Robert can even prove himself, his body betrays him. A medical emergency hits hard, the kind that reminds everyone this man is hanging by a single thread. You realize right then, this isn't a long fight ahead. This is a race against time, and Robert is already behind.
So I'm doing an endoscopy colonoscopy to see if there are life-threatening issues like that caused by the painkillers or any other factors he has right now, because his situation can turn deadly quickly if we don't identify and treat it.
Doctor Now performs an emergency procedure, pulling Robert back from the edge. For a moment, it feels like hope, but it's only a delay, not a victory. Robert's condition is too severe, his body too battered. The procedure buys time, but that's it. Death still hovers, patient and inevitable. You can see it. Even as he's saved, the fragility is undeniable. It's not about if anymore, it's about when. The question is, does Robert have enough time to fight back?
Okay, this is going to be a really good help to get rid of this mass.
Yeah.
It's extremely heavy, maybe even 40 pounds. And I can imagine it causing you a lot of issues.
Yeah, absolutely.
It almost looked like a turnaround. Robert was set to lose weight, get approved for surgery, cut off the lymphedema, marry his fiancée, and start fresh. For a fleeting moment, the dream felt real, and he even gets the lymphedema surgery. The massive growth is cut away, physically freeing him from at least one burden. But life isn't a fairy tale. Just because the mass is gone doesn't mean the struggle is over. Robert's story still has another dark twist waiting.
Careful with Robert, because his body has been pushed to the limit for so long. So this procedure needs to remain as simple as possible. And we need to complete it as quickly and as safely as we can, because he won't survive on the anesthesia for too long.
The surgery is a success. The lymphedema mass is removed, the procedure goes well. But when Robert wakes up, instead of joy, there's chaos. He explodes in a fight with Catherine. Tension spills out, years of stress and resentment boiling over. The surgery was supposed to bring hope, but instead, it shows the cracks in everything else. They wanted a happy ending, but this moment proves the road ahead isn't smooth. His weight wasn't the only weight crushing their relationship.
Still having issues with Robert, and I think the situation is that when he arrived, he knew he would be put on a diet, but he didn't expect to be taken off painkillers, because he didn't understand that he was addicted to them.
For Catherine, the fight over walking was the least of her problems. The bigger storm was yet to come. Robert is eventually discharged and sent home, but the relief doesn't last. Not long after, tragedy strikes. Robert dies in his sleep, taken by a heart attack. Just like that, the struggle ends not in victory, but in silence. Catherine loses her partner, his family loses their hope, and Robert's fight ends exactly the way everyone feared it might from the start.
He started saying that he felt like he was having trouble breathing. So I hit the button, and the nurse came in, and I was telling him what's going on, and I was, I can't breathe. I was holding his hand. I said, it's all right, just focus on me. And he kept trying to get a breath in.
And that's it, the end of Robert's story. He tried to turn things around, but the effort came too late. The damage was too deep, his heart gave out, and his life ended in tragedy. He had surgery, he had chances, but none of it was enough. Addiction and years of destruction left scars no doctor could heal. Robert's story isn't one of triumph, it's one of devastation. He didn't beat the weight beat him, all the way to the grave.
I can get up, but I can only walk a few steps. So I just stay here in this bed no matter what. I can't do anything for myself anymore.
Sean knows he's a slave to his weight. He admits the addiction is killing him, yet he sits in silence, paralyzed by the truth. That's the cruel trap of food addiction, knowing it's poison, but craving it anyway. His body is collapsing, his future shrinking, and all he can do is watch it happen. Imagine living like every day is another step toward the coffin, and still, you keep eating. Sean doesn't need anyone to tell him he's doomed. He already knows.
I've known Sean and Renee for 2-3 years, and I come in and I help her clean up and do laundry and cook some meals and help give Sean a bath.
Sean lives like he's disabled, and the reality is, he basically is. His mom handles everything, feeding him, bathing him, dressing him. She takes care of him from head to toe like he's a child, not a grown man. This isn't help anymore. It's full-blown survival mode. Every small need is outsourced to her, and Sean knows it. He can't move freely, can't function on his own, can't live like a man. He's alive, yes, but what kind of life is this?
When you're very, very fat, your body goes this way, but the fat goes another way. And so what happens is you start getting tears in your skin from that.
Problem is they can get worse really easy. So every day we have to take care of it, and it is a painful process.
Sean's food addiction has wrecked his life, left him trapped in a body that can barely move. But does that stop him? Not even close. He still piles his breakfast plate high, like it's his last meal. It's sickening to watch. You'd think someone staring down death would scale back. But no, Sean digs in. Breakfast is a feast, and he doesn't care that it's killing him. He's already surrendered. Why fight when the addiction has already won?
I'm a prisoner. I want is out. And I never really thought my life would end up like this.
Things are so bad that his mom has to clean his backside for him. Just imagine the humiliation of needing your own mother to wipe you as a grown man. Sean is a prisoner inside his own body, and it's eating him alive, piece by piece. He knows it too. Every glance in the mirror, every labored breath is a reminder that time is running out. If nothing changes soon, the grave isn't just waiting, it's already calling his name.
What do you say we order in tonight?
Pizza sounds good.
Pizza sounds good?
My life is no way for a 26-year-old to live. I miss being able to get up, move, go places. It's been 8 years since I went out in public.
Sean says he wants to change, wants to fight for his life, so he calls Dr. Now. But wanting and doing are two different things. Before anything else, Dr. Now needs to know the damage. He needs Sean's weight. It's the kind of moment that strips away denial. No excuses, no pretending, just the raw numbers staring back. For most people, stepping on the scale is nerve-wracking. For Sean, it's more than that. It's a death sentence in digits.
Let's bring him in. But Sean has some mobility, which is good.
You okay?
But he can't walk too far, and he still needs to be in a wheelchair.
For Dr. Now, the answer is simple. Sean didn't get this way by accident. His mother enabled him every step of the way. She's too weak to say no, too afraid to draw a line, so she keeps feeding the very addiction that's destroying him. She thinks she's helping, but really she's digging his grave. Dr. Now doesn't sugarcoat it. He tells her straight, this is on you too. Sean's weight isn't just his fault, it's their shared disaster.
All right, the scale said over the limit, so this scale goes only to 800 pounds. I need to know your true weight, so we're gonna get you to bed scale.
I just want to go home.
All right, we're gonna get you into bed and check your weight.
Over 800 pounds. That's the limit of the scale, and it still can't measure Sean. They have to put him on a bed scale, and the result is staggering: 919 pounds. Almost 1,000 pounds of flesh crushing his body with every breath. That number isn't just shocking, it's terrifying. At that size, survival is a miracle. He may actually be the heaviest man alive, and yet he sits there like it's just another day. No urgency, no panic, nothing.
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a diet plan, and I want you to lose at least 100 pounds over the next couple of months. If you do that, I will approve you for weight loss surgery.
Dr. Now sets the goal: lose 100 pounds in 2 months. Seems fair, right? Especially when your life depends on it. But Sean treats it like he has forever. The deadline is clear: 2 months to prove he can control himself. 2 months to show he wants surgery, wants a chance. But does he even care? Looking at him, you can already guess. He nods. He agrees. But inside, you know the truth. Sean's not ready for war.
Today I was craving a burger, and I think I have to be able to enjoy food just a little. The doctor wants me on 800 calories, and I have no idea what that would be in actual food. Actually, I think that 800 is a bit extreme. But I've cut back a lot. I'm trying to keep it down to 1 burger or fast food meal a day.
Sean thinks 800 calories a day is extreme. Extreme. He weighs almost 1,000 pounds. At that size, extreme is the only option left. And still, his mom brings him burgers, enabling the very addiction they're supposed to fight. At the weigh-in, reality smacks him in the face. This is his chance to prove progress. But instead of pride, you feel the dread. You know what's coming. Sean isn't cutting back. He's coasting, lying, and still finding ways to gorge.
At this point, he may be approaching 1,000 pounds. Very few people make it to that weight and survive long. Again, okay, pretty normal. Sean and his mom are not taking this seriously at all.
Instead of losing weight, Sean gains. He was supposed to lose 100 pounds, but he adds almost as much. He says he's cutting back, and his mom nods along. But where's the proof? There is none. The truth is written on the scale. He's still eating, still lying, still playing games. Everyone can see it. The excuses don't hide the numbers. It's pure delusion. And it shows just how far gone Sean's grip on reality really is.
Eat it in the diet plan. You're not getting it. Sean is near death right now, so something has to be done. If I send Sean home, this will probably be the last time I see him.
Dr. Now has no choice. He admits Sean into the hospital, puts him on 800 calories a day, and locks it down tight. No burgers, no enabling, no escape. For 2 months, Sean lives under strict control, and something shocking happens. The weight actually starts to fall, rapidly. It's proof that the diet works, proof that the excuses were garbage all along. The difference is clear. When food is taken away, Sean can lose, But left to himself, he won't.
744. He did good. Now that we have his weight going in the right direction and he's mobile again, I'm sending him home to show me that he and his mother are capable of making changes they say they want.
2 months, just 2 months, and Sean loses 259 pounds. That's incredible, proof he can do it if he sticks to the plan. But sadly, that's where the story stops. Once he's sent home, the discipline fades, the old habits return, and the weight loss halts. No more progress, no more fight. Just the same cycle repeating. All that effort, all that hope, wasted. One of the biggest losses in my 600-pound life history, and Sean still threw it away.
Either this stops now, or you can try to figure it out on your own, because you think you know better. I'm sending you home, and I'm sending psychologists to talk to both of you, because this unhealthy dynamic you both have is going to lead to your death.
The ending is brutal. Sean never gets surgery. The chance to change his life slips through his hands. 4 years later, his weight finally kills him. Dead, just like everyone feared. He had the chance to fight, had the proof it was possible, but he never committed. His story ends in tragedy. His life cut short by his own choices. A grown man who let food become his master until the very end. Sean didn't just lose his life, he surrendered it.
Life is so exhausting.
It hurts.
I'm stuck in this bed and I'm helpless. I can't go anywhere. I can't walk. The littlest things I can't do for myself.
Lisa is a prisoner in her own body. Every waking moment is a reminder she can't function without her daughters. They wash her, wipe her, and feed her. It's not love anymore. It's obligation. These girls are drained, trapped in a cycle they never chose. Lisa depends on them to survive, but the cost is their freedom. You can see the resentment boiling just under the surface. How much longer before they finally snap and say, enough is enough? Because at this rate, it's inevitable.
Mom is exhausting. I don't want this to get any worse. But I wouldn't say I resent the things that I have to do for my mom because you only get one mom, so we all have to help her.
Lisa is horrified by what she's putting her family through. She knows it. She says she loves them, and maybe she does. But what kind of love chains your kids to your bed? What kind of mother forces her daughters into being her nurses? She can't survive without their help, but that help is sucking the life out of them. She's stuck in her body, and now they're stuck in her world too. How long before guilt isn't enough to hold them together anymore?
I can tell Danielle is getting tired of helping, but she loves me, so she endures it.
Now you gotta help me roll over. Okay, I need to check your leg.
Okay, big boy.
Maggots. Living, crawling maggots in the folds of her skin. Think about that. The smell, the rot, the humiliation. This isn't just being big. This is decomposition while alive. Yet Lisa still eats like nothing's wrong. Addiction stronger than disgust, stronger than shame, stronger than fear of death. She's literally rotting, her room turning into a biohazard, and food is still the answer. What does it take to stop? If maggots in your skin don't wake you up, then what possibly could?
What she asks for or something similar, she'll just order it herself or call someone. Mama, you ready to eat?
Yeah.
And if my mom doesn't get her way, everybody has to pay.
Plate after plate, Lisa devours food like she's fueling a machine that's already broken down. No wonder she's bedridden. Then she claims she wants to change her life, wants surgery, wants hope, but her actions scream the opposite. She keeps eating, knowing it's killing her. How can she say she wants a new life when she's already chosen the slowest death imaginable? Words mean nothing if every bite proves she'd rather stay trapped. This isn't motivation. It's pure denial masquerading as hope.
Well, we need to get you to Houston before we can determine what is possible for you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
But that is a long trip for you at your weight, and it is not the safest option.
Doctor Now hands Lisa a simple lifeline, a diet plan. Start now. Show some commitment. Prove she's serious. And what does she do? Dismisses it like it's optional. Her body's collapsing. Her daughters are breaking under the weight of caring for her. And she acts like she's got all the time in the world. She doesn't. Every day she delays is another step closer to the grave. Doctor Now knows it. We know it. Lisa knows it too. But she just doesn't care.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, we'll see.
So when I'm supposed to start this diet?
Tonight.
Go away. Let me have my Coke. Bye. Open.
The doctor said you can't have carbonated drinks.
The medical transport finally drags Lisa to Dr. Now, and the look on his face says it all. This man has seen the worst of the worst, but even he is floored. He can't believe what he's looking at. Not just the size, but the condition, the smirks, the attitude. This isn't a patient ready to fight. This is someone waiting to be rescued while she keeps destroying herself. And deep down, you realize she doesn't want rescue. She wants excuses.
You thought you were at 642 when we talked, so you're a good bit off. And my concern is that if you stuck to the diet I send you, you should have easily been able to lose good amount of weight.
704 pounds. That's Lisa's number. And remember, Dr. Now gave her a diet before she came. Did she follow it? Of course not. She shows up heavier than ever, laughing like the rules don't apply to her. Dr. Now admits her to the hospital, praying maybe strict control will make a difference. But her reaction? A smirk. That grin is pure mockery. At the scale, at Dr. Now, at her own failing body. She thinks it's funny. It isn't.
Even if all your tests come back okay today, you're gonna have to lose this weight because you're in a very dangerous situation right now. Your body cannot continue on like this for much longer at all.
Months in the hospital forced Lisa's weight down to 617. Notice that word, force. It's not her effort, it's control. She gets put in her own apartment with one simple task: lose 30 pounds in a month. That's her test. But Lisa doesn't treat it like life or death. She treats it like another game, and you can already sense the outcome. She's had every tool handed to her, but without willpower, nothing sticks. 30 pounds. For Lisa, it's 30 excuses.
So you are 646 pounds. I gave you a simple goal to lose 30 pounds. Instead, you gained 30 pounds. If you stuck to the diet, you would have lost that in 2 weeks.
Lisa's right back where she started. Overeating, swelling, maggots in her leg again. This isn't progress, it's regression on repeat. She's not just failing, she's actively undoing the work. Imagine that stench filling her apartment, and still she shoves more food into her mouth. It's not hunger anymore, it's defiance. She's eating to spite the program, spite the rules, spite life itself, and every bite pushes her closer to the coffin she's been building with her own hands.
So you're just eating healthy, somehow you gain weight?
I think what I need to do is try to eat 3 meals a day, because really I'm not eating 3 meals a day.
Dr. Now's patience snaps. He lays it out. Stop lying. Stop smirking. Stop wasting time. But Lisa doesn't care. She lies to him like he's blind, like he hasn't heard every excuse before. She smirks like it's all a joke. Dr. Now admits her again, puts her back on strict control, but even he knows the truth. No hospital can fix a mind that refuses to fight. And Lisa? She's more invested in games than survival.
So something isn't adding up. With the control that she's been on, she should have lost at least 60 to 70 pounds by now.
Lisa proves it in the most pathetic way. Even in the hospital, she manipulates her enabler to smuggle food to her. Think about how low that is. Surrounded by doctors, hooked to machines, supposed to be under watch, and she's still plotting cheat meals. Dr. Now finds junk food wrappers in her bed. Wrappers. It's not just weakness, it's deliberate sabotage. At that point, what can anyone do? He sends her home. If she wants to die, she's making sure it happens.
How did they end up in your bed then?
He was laying right there because I was crying.
I was
this
just eating
morning.
Lisa, stop it. This is the junk you've been eating. This is why you're not losing any weight. Herbert is sneaking in junk food for you, and you two keep lying about it.
No.
Dr. Now gives her one last shot, one final chance to prove she wants life. But come on, we've seen this story. Lisa's not going to take it. Every chance before this ended the same way. Lies, manipulation, excuses, failure. Why would this one be different? The truth is brutal. She doesn't care enough to save herself. She's wasting Dr. Now's time, her family's energy, and her own dwindling life. She's already chosen her path, and it's straight down.
Because it's either buy that or buy groceries. I can only buy limited stuff on groceries. I need those other things.
And here's where it ends. Lisa never tried, never changed, never fought for anything. Dr. Now sends her home, done wasting his time. A few years later, Lisa dies in her bed. No surgery, no victory, no transformation. Just the slow collapse of a woman who refused to fight. Her daughters lose their mother. Her story closes in tragedy, and the smirk that followed her through the program fades into nothing. This is rock bottom, and she never climbed out.